Now, I'm not sure if our final Sports Person of the Year recipient needs some sort of introduction. He is the first athlete to receive the Sports Person of the Year award 3 times. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. He's already considered a GOAT for very many folks and an advocate for racial equality and the founder of a school for low-income children. He put considerable energy into inspiring young people, and myself for that matter, to go to the ballot box in the face of voter suppression. He needs no further introduction. I'll call him LBJ. Some people call him LeBron. I just made that up, actually.
Yeah, you did.
But I'll say thank you. Congratulations to LeBron James.
My first championship in Miami, to my first championship in Cleveland, and then my first championship in Los Angeles. They all have a lot of meaning to it, and I've been fortunate enough to end 4 of my seasons with the goal that was set out from the beginning, and that's to compete for a championship and actually bring it home. So this is another one of those moments that I will cherish for the rest of my life.
It is over in Orlando. The Lakers are the world champions.
It was the most challenging thing I've ever done as a professional. You know, just from the simple fact of being away from your family, being away from your comfort zone, being away from the world in general, and just being in an environment that you have never been placed into before. You know, there were times where it just challenged you, not only mentally, but physically and spiritually as well. And you had to do a lot of, you know, self-centering and things to calm you, and also understand what was going on off the floor too, outside the bubble, with social injustice and the police brutality and the voter suppression that was going on and things of that nature that I wanted to focus on too. So it was the most challenging and probably one of the hardest, if not the hardest, championship I've ever had to win.
You say LeBron James, everyone knows who you're talking about. He has massive influence, and he says now is the time to make a difference, and he's hoping to do that by spearheading an effort to help people get out and vote.
You know, we always talk about change, you know, in our communities, and now we have an opportunity. We have an opportunity to really create change for the better, and we look forward to this opportunity.
More Than a Vote was definitely a success. I think if everyone was able to look at the election, we've seen the most voters come out and vote in history of an election period, and we wanted to have a hands-on on that, educating our communities, educating people, empowering people, letting them understand their power of the vote and how much they can create change. It was definitely a success in that right, but we're not done. We want to continue to educate our communities, we want to continue to empower our communities, and continue to, you know, to pray for better days, and not only the black communities, but all over America and all over the world. Athletes today, you know, we've been told to shut up and dribble, or shut up and pass, or shut up and run, or shut up and do whatever our respective sport is. We're not going for that, because there's just too many people that look up to us for hope, for inspiration, for guidance, and we know that we're needed for that in our communities and other communities, and we are passionate about what we believe in. You know, we're not just speaking out the side of our heads, or we're not educated about what we're talking about. At the end of the day, we're so passionate about what we're talking about because we want to create change for the great of everyone. It's not just to benefit us individually. We just have the platform and the power to do so, and we will continue to use that.
LeBron, thank you so much for joining us all. I can only imagine how busy you are, and it means a lot to everyone here. We all have some sort of connection with you, and we're so happy that you joined us as we present you with this award. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I appreciate you, Carrie, Lindsay, Ocho. What's up, my guy? RJ, my guy. I appreciate you guys.
Congratulations. This is huge for you. I know you've won it before, but we want to take a moment, just again, to honor you for winning Sports Person of the Year. The only other athlete to win it twice was Tiger Woods. So you are now the very first ever to win it 3 times. And I'm sure you know a little something about breaking records. So what does this mean to you?
It means that I've been able to, you know, be in our league for a minute. It makes me feel old. One, makes me feel old, but it's definitely it's an honor because I just know how many athletes have been in this position who laid the path for me to be able to sit here and talk to you guys. Yeah. So it's huge for me and my family and my fans, and especially my kids back in my school as well.
Yeah, I gotta say this before RJ jumps in. I want you all to know that what you have done has really inspired not just other athletes, but it's really inspired the world, the nation, if you will. And I am so honored to be here to present that to you. And most importantly, as I hand it over to RJ, can you tell me whether or not he was a good teammate?
RJ was by far one of the worst teammates I ever had.
I thought so.
I knew it. I want to hear.
We thought we were.
By the way, that's the exact answer RJ wanted to hear too. By the way.
Tell everybody. Look, Bron,
RJ's great.
Yeah, thank you for lying to people. Thank you for lying, especially to this panel. I appreciate that. Look, this year's Sports Person of the Year award is unique as it celebrates your efforts on the court and off the court. It's an equal celebration. How did you balance winning an NBA championship, driving people to get out to vote, rebuilding and redefining your community and your hometown, and beyond, your champion for social justice all at the same time? Like, how were you able to balance all of that?
No, I mean, it's funny you say that, RJ, and, you know, I'm a big believer in keeping the main thing, you know, but when we were in the bubble, you know, it was hard to just focus on just basketball because there's so many things that was going on in not only America, but in the world. Obviously, we've seen a lot of, you know, harmful shooting deaths of a lot of black men and some communities that hit home for myself. I'm a guy who grew up in the inner city and could have been on the other side of that, of a lot of those wrongful deaths as well. We heard about the Breonna Taylor situation, the case that happened with that beautiful young queen. You know, so it was just so many things that needed to be tackled, along with still trying to focus on, you know, playing the game of basketball, which obviously I love and want to compete for championships every year. So, you know, having an initiative like More Than a Vote, you know, being able to have my school and listening to my kids tell us what their needs are, what their wants, continue to educate people about situations that's going on in our communities. If this comes from voting or police brutality or social injustice and things of that nature. I just try to enlighten and inspire and motivate and empower people to be more than what, you know, the quote unquote, more than an athlete, you know, or more than, you know, a basketball player or more than whatever, you know. Don't ever put yourself inside of a box. So I'm fortunate enough that I got a great support team and fortunate enough that my support team listens to things I like to do and we're able to execute those.
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
Was it harder or easier without Richard on your team?
It was easier. Lakers back to back, y'all.
Yeah. I think the record shows that it was easier. Like when I was on his team, it was obviously a lot more difficult.
Bron, we going back to back? We're going back to back, right?
That is the motto. That is the motto. That's the focus for sure.
Okay. Congrats.
Bron, you have now appeared on 24 Sports Illustrated covers dating all the way back to your high school days. I just want to know, how many more covers do you think you have left in you? So that will give me a gist on how long you're going to play.
Hey, Chad, listen. Hey, Chad, long as my coaches allow me to call them at the wee hours of the morning and tell them that I'm open.
I'm open. That is, I just saw that clip. That's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
That's classic. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
But for real, man, I don't know. You know, I've been blessed, like you said. I didn't even know the number that it was at 24, but I did know that I've appeared on the magazine quite a few times, and I've been honored every time. My mother has every single one of those, so she probably wants me to play as long as I can so she can continue to rack up these magazines. You know, but you know, it's been an honor, man. I grew up reading Sports Illustrated. You know, it's either Sports Illustrated or Sports Illustrated for Kids. We read all of that growing up, so to be either inside or on the cover, I mean, I dreamed of it, but I didn't think it would be possible until it started to happen. So, you know, thank you, Sports Illustrated, and hopefully I'm making everybody proud.
No, you are. And look, LeBron, in addition to winning Sports Person of the Year, Sports Illustrated is also honoring you with the 2020 Muhammad Ali Legacy Award presented by Wheaties. This award honors individuals whose dedication to the ideals of sportsmanship has spanned decades and whose career in athletics has greatly affected this world. Needless to say, LeBron, you are more than worthy of winning this award. I am so excited to share these video messages with you.
Excuse me, LeBron, I am so sorry to be intruding on your interview, but this is important, real important. On behalf of Sports Illustrated and the Ali family, it gives me the greatest pleasure to present you with this year's Sports Illustrated Muhammad Ali Legacy Award. LeBron, from your underwriting of the Muhammad Ali exhibit at the National Museum of African American History and Culture, to your recent award-winning documentary, What's My Name, Muhammad Ali, from Spring Hill Entertainment, to bridging the education divide with the I Promise School, to using your public platform to be an engaged and powerful voice for the oppressed. with thoughtful and intentional social activism. You have played an active role in preserving and extending the Ali legacy. You truly represent and exemplify what the Ali legacy is about. And because we know how much Muhammad has inspired you and your passion for all things Ali, we thought we'd give some of that inspiration to your students at the I Promise School. So, through the generosity of publishers Hachette, Houghton Mifflin Harcourt, and the authors Jim Patterson and Kwame Alexander, we would like to send every student at the I Promise School a copy of their new book, Becoming Ali. LeBron, I am so proud of you, and I know Muhammad would be too. Congratulations.
The Muhammad Ali Legacy Award embodies the ideals of sportsmanship, leadership, and philanthropy while using sports as a platform. You are truly the definition of this with all of your great work, from your foundations, I Promise School, and your broader I Promise movement to More Than a Vote, using your platform to drive social change. In a year that will go down in the history books, how does it feel to be cemented in history, not just for your success on the court, but for your incredible initiatives off the court?
First of all, I always say it's an honor, but this is like a super duper honor to be linked with the great Muhammad Ali for what he stood for. You know, everyone, you know, seen what he was able to do in the ring, but that was such a small bit what made him who he became. You know, his mind, his dreams, his passion. And you talk about the people's champ. We all saw why he was the people's champ, because he did things that wasn't popular to a lot of people, but he did it for the greater of the people. It was never about him. And for me to be sitting here winning this award, to hear the video that his unbelievable wife, Lonnie, sent to me saying that I represent her husband, her late great husband, it literally almost brought a tear to my eye, because I look up to Muhammad so much because of what he was able to bring to communities, what he was able to inspire to the youth, what he was able to drive to people. So it's truly an honor, and I will continue to live on his legacy. If you guys haven't been to the African American Museum in Washington, D.C., to the Smithsonian, I advise you to go there. We have a huge exhibit there for him. I was a part of that team that brought that there. And so I will continue to live on his legacy, because it was never about him getting in the ring being a champ. It was all about what he did outside the ring to become the champ. So thank you.
No, that's great. Look, we interviewed Jamal Murray also. Look, this is one of the quickest off seasons in professional sports history. How are you feeling headed into season 18, you old man?
I was about to say, I'm starting to yawn. I'm sorry.
Season 18.
Old man needs a nap. Old man needs a nap and someone to tuck him in. Yeah, it is crazy, but you know, I'm gonna take my time, and you know, my body is gonna tell me what's needed, what's not needed. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to going out there playing without our fans. We all know that our fans are the reason we are who we are today. Without our fans, we are nothing. So I'm not excited about going back out on the floor without them, but hopefully we can continue to inspire people and, you know, try to bring up that banner 18 for the Lakers faithful, so we can.
LeBron, you got me hyped.
Yeah, so we can get away. Yeah, so we can get away from.
You got me hyped. You know what's gonna happen.
Well, maybe it's banner 18 in the 18th season.
Yeah, LeBron, we're all sitting here trying to be professional. Lindsay, Chad, all of us are excited about banner 18 for the Lakers. Are we not?
I'm a Heat fan, baby.
He's a Heat fan. Chad's a Heat fan.
Miami all day. Liberty City.
Well, look, outside of what Chad just said, I just want to thank you so much for joining us. Massive congratulations, and we look forward to seeing everything, not only that you're going to do on the court next year, but all the things that you're going to do off the court also. Ken?
I appreciate it, RJ. Listen, RJ, I got you one ring. Kerry, I got you one ring. Now, Chad, I got you 2 rings, so you got the upper hand.
Woo!
you 2 rings when I was in Miami.
Yeah.
You know, so
I appreciate it. I love you. I appreciate it. I love you for that.
Yeah, exactly.
LeBron, did you just check all of us real quick? RJ, I got you 1. Kira, I got you 1. Chad, I got you 2. So respect it.
Now, Lindsay looking over there. Lindsay looking over there.
I got.
And by the way, I got Lindsay and we got plenty of SB
He's going to the Timberwolves next. Him and Bronny are going to be in the Timberwolves. So you're Minnesota.
Where's the
you're
Timberwolves
Minnesota. What? She's from Minnesota.
I'm from Minnesota.
Yeah.
He's not. He's retiring as a Laker.
Him and Bronny, Minneapolis. Let's go.
LeBron, you have been nothing but amazing. Again, RJ said it best. We appreciate you being here. I mean, truly, you exemplify this award. So thank you for taking the time, my friend.
No, I appreciate you guys. It's an unbelievable panel that you got, and the whole family here. Appreciate y'all too. Thank you.
All right.
Love.
Congrats.
Yeah.
All love. Thank you.
All right, now go.
I'm going to dedicate my life to using my name and popularity, helping charities, helping people, uniting people, bring people bumming each other because of religious beliefs. We need somebody in the world to help us make peace. So when I die, if there's a heaven, I want to see it.
Ali, what he stood for, what he believed in, he sacrificed everything. You know, him the humanitarian, him the man. You know, they called him the People's Champ for a reason. And you go back and look and read and watch. It was never about him. It was about everybody else for the greater good. To hear his, unbelievable wife, to want me to be able to receive this award and be linked with her unbelievable husband is just it's an honor. It's something that I will never ever forget. To be linked with such a great human being and Muhammad, my hometown will be very proud of. My family will be very proud of. I'm humbled, and hopefully I'm making him proud. Hopefully he's looking down on me. I got an opportunity to meet him a few times, and hopefully he's looking down on me and saying that that I'm continuing his legacy by doing the things that I'm doing in my community and all over the world as well. You hear about his boxing, how great of a boxer he was, and how he would talk a lot.
Boxing looks rough to you, but this is easy when you're in shape and young and good like I am. It ain't hard. Easy. Boxing is easy.
He was very demonstrative and very, confident. People will call it cocky. That's what they call it. But it was a reason behind that. I mean, it was just his natural beliefs. It was also, he knew that he was a performer. He knew that if he can get people to listen to him, either you loved them or you didn't, it would bring more attention to the sport of boxing. There was always a method to what people called madness when he talked. As I got older, I started to read more and more about his beliefs and what he believed in, and then the sacrifice of him saying, not going to the Army because he said, I've never hurt anyone and they've never done anything to me. So what am I doing this for? And he sacrificed his whole career at that point in time. He was the heavyweight champion of the world and sacrificed that because of his beliefs. He was willing to throw away his career because of his beliefs, and I respected that. People just gravitated to just a great, down-to-earth, captivating person. There's not many people like that walk this face of the earth, and I'm blessed to be able to be, in the same, I want to say the same rim because I'm not, but to be my name linked with his name, it's unbelievable. It's an unbelievable thing.
What does it mean to be a champion? It means more than just having the skill and desire to win. I moved a lot. I switched schools, missed classes. What really helped me realize my full potential were the people that reached out and gave me the tools to become who I am today. The greatest accomplishment of my career happened off the court. That led me to turn around and give it all back to the kids following in my footsteps. Champion is more than what you are. It's what you do. We unite, we inspire, we champion.